Happy Thursday. Welcome to JTV Extra. I'm Sandra Younger, inventor of the Knotty-Do-It-All. It's a cord knotting and design tool that helps you come up with all kinds of designs, especially with stringing material, because that is what this show is all about. Ask questions and leave comments down below, and I promise, I will try to answer. This is an interesting lesson. I mean, it is very simple, but it does have a couple of tips and tricks because originally, my plan was to do a macrame over a multi-strand, but it didn't quite work out because the either my thread was too thick, and I'll show you. I'll explain to you guys the things that I try. Like when one thing doesn't work, then I go to plan B. If that doesn't work, then you have to go to plan C. We have some really cool products on today's show. I really like the crystal. Let's see, it was the crystal quartz, a 6mm round. I love them because they're like a translucent, so any cord that you macrame with as the base cord, it will like show through the bead. So I thought that was really interesting. Anyway, we'll do the products. We have an awesome customer slideshow, and then we will get to the project. All right, let's see what we have today. The first item up for grabs is a black rutilated quartz. And this is an 8mm round, large hole. They're smooth, they're pretty. And I am going to see just how big the holes are. Let me put my cheat sheet aside and let's find out. I remember they were pretty big. I know they were bigger than 2mm. So let's see. Hang on, let me turn this on and let's check it out. Okay, they're about, wow, whoops. 2.5mm. That's pretty big because usually on an 8mm they're about, you get about a 2, but that's nice. I mean, that means you could put a thicker leather or, just get your, maybe a 1mm in twice with wiggle room. So wow, whopping a 2.6mm. So that I would round it down to like about a 2.5 just to like be on the safe side. But that is our rutilated quartz. And next we have. Ooh, these are so pretty. I really like these. This is the crystal quartz 6mm faceted round, large hole, 8-inch strand. And this one, I know the hole wasn't as big, but it was big, considering the size of the bead. So let's see, can we get that in there? Yeah, see that? Big. And let's see how big this one is. Because okay, almost 2mm. So that's a nice big hole bead. Very versatile because big hole beads, you can do a lot of stuff with them. And then next we have the sardonyx. Okay, this one is also 8mm round, a large hole. I checked the hole size. It is about a 2.5, and this is also an 8-inch strand. Really nice beads. They're very highly polished. I remember a few years back I made like a mala style necklace for a customer, but I mean I needed like 6 strands of these because he wanted it to be really long, and I knotted it with red thread. For some reason that was really important to him. So it's nice because it's got like more of a masculine look to it. So I really like sardonyx. It's just beautiful. And then the next item is my favorite, the Knotty-Do-It-All. And we have our large board, and this is it. And I teach like everything, I mean, so many different techniques: knotting, tassels, braiding, macrame, moose knots, coil knots, evenly spaced coil knots. And if you go on my website under Knotty Lessons, you can download the videos. And just to give you an idea of what you get the hardware kit. And the neat thing is you can reconfigure the hardware depending on what you're doing. And it does come with an instructional DVD and the ebook, but everything is available online. And here we have our little board, which I'm going to show you in just a second, because it is, I mean, they're both equally like awesome in just different ways, because the little board, I really like it for bracelets, because I'll show you in a second, because it's like when I made this bracelet, I mean, I was like literally, let me take this stuff off. I mean, I was like twisting, turning this way, that way. It's a little bit harder with the larger board, but this one you could just like flip it. I mean, and see, the nice thing is you can see how your work is elevated. So when you're doing like macrame, you can get your hands under your work which makes it so much easier. And I mean, this here, I did a macrame slide knot, but you know, it keeps track of your work, you know, while you're working. And the one of the really, I mean, the first thing, I mean, the main reason I, you know, came up with this is because I did not like having to use end caps on leather, on any kind, well, actually on any kind of stringing material, especially on multi-strands, because the you just need like an exponential number of end caps. You know, and especially nowadays, if you like using sterling silver, like, you know, I really like using sterling silver. Everyone knows, I think just yesterday it went over like $100 an ounce. So, you know, anywhere that you can save money, then that's great. And the interesting thing about this, it looks like it's 3 strands, but the way it's constructed, it's actually, all this is like one continuous strand, and then it's knotted here. But I have like all sorts of tips and tricks. Okay, for example, like this, you can like turn it into a necklace just by, you know, adding chain. So on this end, the side that doesn't have a clasp, I'll put a clasp on here, and then I will like put just hook it on this side. So it's really easy to turn like any necklace into any bracelet into a necklace. So if you want to go back to your bracelet, you just gotta like take it off, and it's like really cool. And I do this quite a bit because I like, you know, having like variety. So you need to just come back here and put it, hook it on. And I can't believe this bracelet is like, I've had this one for years. I mean, I made this one such a long time ago. I was like really surprised to see it pop up. It still looks fantastic, as good as it did the day that I made it. Then I'm going to show you another like really cool thing. I mean, this one is awesome. And it's the multi-strand lesson under Knotty Lessons. And I think you will love it because it's so versatile. I'm going to show you like just real quick another knot that is my other absolute favorite, which is the moose knot. This is a 4-coil moose. Beautiful. It looks so clean. I mean, this is like the Rolls Royce of finishing knots. Hands down, it just doesn't get any better than this. And I will show you, like, because you could use it for like attaching findings. Like this would be like the end of a necklace, for example, or a bracelet. But you could also use it for like the middle for attaching pendants. And I am going to take it a step further. Let me just, let's see. Okay, so here's the leather. And I'm going to put this through. Let's put a bead in there this time. Put a bead and a bead. All right. And when you make a moose knot, you need to offset, okay? Because if you leave it the same and then you make your knot, it's going to be like dramatically, like it's going to be like this. You don't want that. So if we offset from the beginning, it will like fix it. So I think I'm going to go like maybe 5.5, only because I want to do like a 4-wrap moose knot, and I am using a 2mm leather. So, okay, so I have the long strand on top. I just want to show you just how easy it is in case you don't have one of these and you're holding out. Maybe I can convert you today. So you take your long strand and then you take one of your pegs. Let me like zoom in. Can you see that? Let me see if I can like, yeah, oh, that'll work. Perfect. I hope it doesn't slip off. Okay, so then you come in, and I said I was going to do a 4-wrap. So you have your peg, and it's really cool. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then this one counts as 1. So I'm going to hold this. This is a little bit rickety because I have a spool of thread underneath. Okay, I'm going to feed that through. See that? And pull this, and let's tighten it down. I love making this knot. I never get tired of it. So we're going to tighten that. Like, cinch it down. See that? Whoop. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, now we got to scoot it down. Ta-ta. Come on, guys. It doesn't get any easier. I mean, those of you that have this board, you know that it's just like, wow. And especially if you like working with leather, I mean, this is definitely a must-have tool. And the, whoops, you know, with the price of like silver these days, the, it does, you can like use a, you know, really nice like leather, or there's some silk is a good alternative, and you can just get really, really creative. So, you know, you could like, honestly, you could save like $100 a necklace, you know, because back when you were like, a lot of you were making the sterling silver necklaces with the chain. I mean, just the chain alone these days is like $150. So, something to think about. And the, oh, and this is a screenshot from my website under the JTV Extra live stream page, because there's a tab there. I have put all the JTV Extra shows on YouTube because it's just a lot easier for me. It's a lot easier for you guys. And to just click on there and it'll go to the YouTube channel. And I mean, the best way, it has home videos playlists. The best way to like just have everything organized by year, 2024, 2025, and 26, is just go to playlist, because I've created individual playlists for each, you know, each year. So like the one from this year, I think they're like maybe like 4 or 5 videos, because, you know, it's a pretty, the year is still new. And so I just have all the, you know, the videos there for you guys. And if you want to subscribe, that would be great. I mean, I'm not trying to become a, you know, a YouTuber. I mean, that's not my, it's not my goal, but I just want to like have this out there for your convenience. And, you know, that way, if there's a particular like video that you like, you can like save it. So that way, you know, different people like different things. So, you know, you can just make your own little, I think you can make your own little playlist. Yeah, you can, because I've done that with other like videos. Anyway, so that is the latest with YouTube. And then this cord is the Black and Natural waxed polyester cord. And this is very, this is cool. This stuff is like amazing because you could split it. It's a 2-ply, which is really nice. You could just twist it apart. Well, I mean, why is this not focusing? Right there. See that? And it's easy to split. So if you need like a thinner version of this cord, you know, you could just like take it apart like that, and then, you know, separate the strands. And I do have a video on my website on how to split this stuff. So, you know, you could check it out in case, you know, you want to know. And, you know, it's going to have those kinks like this, but you just go like this, like that, and then you pull it, and then, well, pull it. Let's do a little bit tighter. And then the kinks just like automatically disappear. So really nice. And then you could double it, triple it, quadruple it. So, I mean, very versatile. And I do, this is my favorite for binding knots. I mean, once you like learn like all the, you know, different ways that I finish things like leather, I do use the binding knot a lot. And I do like using the this stringy material, but split, because it just makes it really nice and like a tight, secure, professional looking binding knot. And then the last item are these multi-stone 15 to 25 millimeter connector set of 8. And and they do come with these clasps and rings. So for today's project, I did not use the rings, because I finished the bracelets off with a macrame slide knot. And I mean, they came out like really cute. It's like this one, I used like a grayish just to kind of like match in here. I mean, this one, I mean, this is not today's project, but, you know, I just, you know, I see these things and I just get like so excited, and I have to like make something with them. And, you know, on this one, let's see, this one, I used a wax cord. I mean, Normally I don't put macrame slide knots on wax cord, but you know, I did. But look how pretty that is. It's got such a pretty like design in there. I like that red, and then let's see, like there's the blue, and then this terracotta color. So, and let me see, how many do you guys get here? Let's see, I think it's set of 8. So you get that blue one's so pretty. It looks like clouds. I really like that. Anyway, that's everything. That's all. Those are like, I got everything here. The sardonyx, the rutilated quartz, yep. Anyway, those are all the products on today's show. You know, I was reading down in the comments, you know, I'll take a vote because I saw a customer comment that they could, and it's true. If you have one of these smart TVs, you get the YouTube app, and you can like look at the lessons on a huge screen TV. I mean, that's fantastic. I know on my website you can do that, but you need to like, you know, get a internet browsing app, and it's just, and you need a mouse and a keyboard. It's just like, you know, but if you can look at it on YouTube, you know, if you guys want me to put all the Knotty lessons on YouTube, I can do that, because I know that a lot of you have commented or sent me messages saying that you really don't download them because they just take up too much space, you know, and just having them online is the most convenient for you, which I completely understand, because I mean, I've got like, you know, all the shows and, you know, recorded, and, you know, I literally, every once in a while, I have to take everything off my main hard drive because my computer just gets like so bogged down. But if it's something that you guys don't mind, I mean, because I know I've always had it as exclusive, the videos that you can download. But honestly, if it is more convenient for you to just have it on YouTube, I will do that. So let me know down in the comments. I mean, this is really important information for me to know. So, you know, moving forward, I want to know what works best for you guys. Anyway, the customer show is very interesting. We have some beautiful, beautiful bracelets. So here it is. All right, first we have this beautiful macrame bracelet by Margaret and from Coventry, Connecticut. I love the color combination here, especially the yellow with that, like, I don't know, is it like a pewter, like greenish color? This is so pretty, and I love the gold, the macrame slide knot, the rings. This is really, really, really pretty. I love it. Thanks for sending it in, Margaret. It's inspired me. That's just stunning. And then next we have Jessica, South Dakota. This bracelet is so cool. I love, you know, look at the stone in the middle. I mean, I try to like stretch it out to like fit the entire diagonal of the screen because I really wanted to, you know, show the that cool pendant. It looks like an ocean. Just beautiful. I like I guess it's like a ladder style. And it's got the beads, and it tapers off really nicely. It's got the macrame end, and then it's got I don't know if that the last knot is if it slides, Jessica, but beautiful. I love this bracelet. I just love everything you send in. Just really pretty. And then next, Laura Lee says that she has gotten a lot of requests for stretch bracelets. Hey, and you know, back in the day, I thought, oh, you know, stretch bracelets are too easy. But you know what? I love stretch bracelets. They're actually really fun to make. And look at these really cool designs here. So it looks like I was wondering, are those like bone, Laura Lee, with or I don't know, ceramic? Really pretty. And we have another picture of them here. So look how cool these are. You know, you can't beat a stretch bracelet. Easy on, easy off. And, you know, I do have a lot of customers that, you know, they love stretch bracelets because, you know, they either like wearing a lot of bracelets or they have a hard time, you know, putting on anything with a slide knot. But just really, really pretty. And I love how chunky they are. Really cool. God, the one on the one on the right. I mean, look at the design on some of those beads. That's incredible. Is it like cloisonne? I don't know, but really pretty. And then next we have Jessica, South Dakota. Okay, this one's interesting. I like the unpredictability of it. Okay, so you've got the slide knot, really cool. Never seen anything like that. Extremely unusual. The color combination. I mean, it's just so interesting to look at because you've got like black leather mixed in with like, it looks like brown, or is it my imagination? Or is it brown? I don't know, but I just think it looks so cool the way it's designed. Just really, really interesting. I mean, you look at it and you just want to keep on looking at it. It's got the dangle with a little sprig of macrame. Oh my goodness. Really, really cool. Really unusual. 2 thumbs up. And let's see, next we have Laura Lee, Florida. Oh, look at these cute little stretch bracelets. And I mean, I have some beads, like these little eyes, and I was thinking, you know what? I think I'm going to make a stretch bracelet with them because it's just simple, it's cute, and you know, you got all the little dangling charms. Really, really cute. Let's see, you got the blue with the silver. Then you got the little charms in between the big blue ones, and this one. Oh, oh yeah. Let's see. I'm looking for. Oh, I was wondering on the blue one how you hid the knot, because I know that can be tricky. I can see, I think on the silver one, I see like a bicone. And is that where the knot is? And let's see on the blue one, I cannot, I don't see it. Well, you did a good job. You always want to hide the knots, really important. And let's see, next we have Jessica, South Dakota. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. Look at this, guys. Wow. This is a chevron pattern. At least that much I know. I don't know how to make this kind of bracelet, but I do know it's like a chevron pattern. But really, like, really pretty. And I don't, is this macrame? Or I don't know. I know there's another, it's not woven. It might be like a type of like half hitch. I don't know, but I think it's so pretty. Look at the edge. Very, very, very pretty. And then next we have Christine, North Carolina. I think this was a lesson from, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago. And I love Riverstone. It's one of my favorite beads. I have bracelets and necklaces like crazy with Riverstone. And this one is just like absolutely gorgeous, beautiful moose knot. I like the pink and the white and the black together. Very nice. And then let's see, we have, oh, Susanna, Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, this one's really interesting. I don't know if you guys can see it. I mean, in the next slide, I have a close-up. But Susanna mixed in some gold with the, for the, I think this is the, like, supposed to be the chain link, or I don't know, spike or something like that. A lesson from either, yeah, I think it was last week. But I love the combination of the gold in there. So let me, I think I got the, like the next one here. Oh yeah, there you go. You can see it up close. It really like adds like a nice little touch. You know, you just, it like the contrast is just like perfect. Very nice. And then let's see, next we have Susanna, Louisville, Kentucky. Oh, look at this bracelet, guys. This is so cool. You know, when I saw this, I was like, cha, cha, cha. You know, it makes me like want to like go to, I don't know, Puerto Rico or like some Caribbean like island just to wear a bracelet like this and wave at people. Isn't that cute? That is like so adorable. Absolutely cute. Love it. And then next we have Susanna, Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, this one is so cool because I was wondering, Susanna, those beads, they are triangular, right? I don't even know what, I've never seen beads like that. So it looks like some of them are triangular and then some of them like are a rectangle. And I'm curious, are they metal? Are they glass? Really like, or like maybe like a gemstone. I don't know, but I just love this. And one thing that's interesting about this necklace, you know, lately, I don't know what's been going on with me, but I've been trying to like learn more about art. And, you know, this reminds me of like, I don't know, some artists' work because theirs was like, has like a lot of geometric shapes, like, you know, triangles, squares, and rectangles. Well, obviously, I don't know which artist it is, but maybe in a couple of weeks, I'll know all of them. But it just, you know, I don't know, just reminded me of you know, something cool like that, like an art movement, really like really pretty. And then last we have a couple more stretch bracelets by Laura Lee. Look at the let me see, we got the little fishies. Oh, I think this might be the same as the other one. I'm not sure, but hey, it's presented differently, so it looks cool. I like the little hands, and oh my God, look how cute these are. Really pretty. Anyway, guys, that is our slideshow for this week. If you have anything you want to send in, email it to me at theknotty-do-it-all@gmail.com. Yes, Rita got it right. It was Pablo Picasso. It's really funny. I found, I keep seeing on Instagram, I'll learn more about art. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll learn something about art. So I found something online, like an art quiz. And I kept missing every single one of them. And then I noticed, I hate to say this, but I cheat because they have the picture and they literally have the artist like signature at the very bottom. So I kind of like every once in a while I peek because, some of these artists, they, like the Pablo Picasso, he wasn't always a cubist. I mean, it was just like one of his like phases. But it's really interesting. So I am learning a lot. So so when I saw that necklace, Susanna, it just reminded me of the cubist movement. So very interesting. Anyway, today's project. Okay, what originally my plan was, because the holes were big. I wanted to do like a multi-strand inside the beads, and that requires that you take your leader needle and you've got to feed all the cords back through, but the cords wouldn't fit. So what I do when I want to do that, first I try it with the cord like off the spool. If that doesn't work, the next thing that I do is I like rub as much wax as I can off and I stretch it because it thins it out. Sometimes that will fix the problem. And these kinds of things are important because sometimes you have a specific design in mind and you just need, you want to like make it work. Okay, that didn't work for me because I still couldn't get the threads through. So I had to abandon the multi-strand unless I changed a thread, which I didn't want to do because I really liked the color. So what I ended up doing was I thought about it and I said, okay, I will like see if I could feed 4 strands through, but then I had this problem. I'm like, okay, but how do you get like a nice like transition, like from 4 strands to 3 strands? And I'll show you how I did that. And just a little tips and tricks on like how to do it. Because I mean, the thing about the tips and the tricks, I mean, those are the things that like when you have to like really like think fast, the tips and the tricks are what's going to like help you like either like make the design or not. And also another thing, I'm going to try because I don't know how it's going to turn out, but on this one I macrameed and then I came back again to give it that little like that unique, like it's kind of like a chunky look. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Okay, but I made this one, but I see how I fed the cord through the loop as opposed to this one doesn't have it through the loop right there. And I kind of sort of like this transition, so I'm going to try it. I don't know that it's going to work, so this is going to be experimental. So I'm going to try starting it this way. I'll do the macrame and then come back and see if the finishing, looks any different. Because on this one I didn't like macrame over the macrame, but so. And in this one, it just becomes like a choice, like how you want to like either it's just a stylistic thing. So let's see what we're gonna do here. I'm going to I'm gonna split. I mean, these are I have these beads left, so I'm gonna split them in half. Let me see. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I didn't want to sacrifice my other bracelet, so I will just put those there. And today I'm wearing Laura Lee because I thought it would match really nice with my, this color that I'm wearing today. It just looks so good together, so royal. All right, so what I did here, okay, these are like 2 20-inch strands. I mean, you could probably go shorter, but I wasn't taking any chances, so you know how that goes. So what I did was I fed these through. And let's line them up the best that you can. Okay, right there. And I could not get, all 4 strands through. So the trick is just get as many as you can in. So here's 3. So I'm gonna get 1, 2, and 3. And then see, this 4th one is just gonna be impossible. But since like thread, you could squish, it'll squish down, but it's too bad it doesn't squish down when you're trying to get it in through the bead. I tried doing the heat hardening thing, but that didn't work either. So the trick is just to take a leadered needle and let me clip this in here and take the that one strand. Okay, so I'm gonna, you know what? Let me I'll put the rest of the beads on so we could just kind of do it all at the same time. So they're, oops, just kind of squish them. And actually, they're kind of like better when they're not like all like the same length, if they're kind of like tapered, each of the strands. Oh, thank you, Pat. Okay, I'm gonna like start to speed things up. Okay, so this, and this right there. And with this last strand, I mean, you take your leader needle, and in case you are not familiar or you've heard of it, but you just kind of like didn't like give it much thought, this is a really handy thing. It's fishing line with a needle on it, and what it allows you to do is like miracles, actually, like thread beads. Like I just get cord on beads that you just didn't think possible. So I'm gonna put this right here. Let me zoom in a bit. And I'm going to hold this, and then I'm going to, okay, one thing I like to do is hold the needle, because sometimes if you try to push the needle through, it gets, you stab the thread, and then it just causes like horrible problems because it gets stuck, and then you have to, see, it kind of got stuck there. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to pull that one, oops, this strand. Don't get stuck there. Right through the bead. And so there, that's how I got the, 4 strands on there. But, towards the end, I will be like trimming off or transitioning from the 4 to the to 3 for braiding. So I'm just gonna like get a scrap here, and I'm just gonna attach the this here. Let me hang on. All right, so I'm going to turn this. That's one thing I do like about the little board. I mean, you really can like flip it, turn it. I mean, this one, oh my goodness, I just went like crazy. Let's see, I'm going to use the black for this one, and I'm going to take 40 inches. 40 inches would be if, I think I'll have enough left over. I just don't want to run out, because I had to kind of like improvise here because I have 4 beads to work with. But just for the original, I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 beads on there, so it was 6 and 6. And one thing you always need to consider is the length of the center. And the nice thing is you could like, it's so easy to take off and just try it on. You don't have to go through any like huge process to take it off. Okay, so let's see if we can get this on. Okay, so I'm doing this one a little bit different than I did the other one, just to see how it looks. It's either going to be hit or miss, and I wanted to figure it out with you guys. Okay, so there's top, bottom, nice and tight. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Oh, you know what? Okay. See, one of the things you got to think about when you're doing this is like, how much space do you want, between where the bead starts and the pendant. So let me get this right there. And I'm just going to go for it. Okay, so top and bottom. And then just keep going. Okay, let's see. I was trying to finish a project the other day. I spent 20 minutes trying to thread the needle. Oh, that stuff is tough to like thread. Usually what I do in a case like that is I just cave and just double the thread because I can't do it. So I'm gonna go top, bottom, and should I flip it now? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna turn this. Whoops. See how easy it is just to turn it around? And then I'm gonna repeat like the top, bottom. So there's top and bottom. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Feed does. Let's see. I'm gonna read the comments. Yeah, you know what? Tassels work really well with a floppy thread. And you know, while I do this, some of the things I've done. Okay, I have made tassels with Eslon, but they're very stiff. But what you can do is soak them and wash them, and they really do soften up. Okay, top and okay, I'm gonna tighten it. Okay, let me get my thread melter. So, because the thing with some stringy materials, especially, I think Eslon has like some kind of starch on it, so it does tend to like be stiffer. But I have successfully made tassels with Eslon, but after soaking them, and washing them, and then they really do soften up. But I mean, if you want to skip that step, it's best to just like use a stringy material that doesn't like have any kind of like stuff on it. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let me see which one I like better, or if there is. God, I don't think there's a difference actually, or is there? Let's take a look. Hmm. Well, I think they look the same, to tell you the truth. I mean, the only difference I see is there's like a strange, like, piece of black there. So I think I would tend to do it that way. So that's my final answer. Okay, so I'm going to, oh, let me show you how I like finish this end to go from 3 strands to, I mean, from 4 strands to like 3. So, and let me flip this. And one thing, if you have, I know that the board comes with a needle, but if you have a thinner needle, oh, yeah, I think maybe, because the less, let me see if I can like, the thinner the needle, the better. And let me see what I got here. Let me see. Or even like a thinner mandrel. Oh my goodness. Let me see what I've got up my sleeve here. Let me look at my tools. I mean, sometimes you got to just grab whatever might work. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything that I could just randomly grab. Maybe this. Let me try. I'll try that. And the idea, let's get one. You could just pick any one of these. And what you're going to do is, let's get to very tip. You're going to, you know how I do the evenly spaced moose knot? So you're going to take one of these cords and just hold like something thin right in there. And then wrap. 1, 2, and I did think I did 3. Okay, so, uh-oh. I'm not used to this. Let me see if this will work. You know what? I needed something bigger. I'm just gonna have to let's do this. And one nice thing about I don't even think I made that knot right, guys. I think I messed up. You know, let me make it over. Because the thing with wax cord, it's a little bit trickier to like make a foil knot with. I'm just gonna use the needle. Okay. Okay, let's do this again. Let's get this nice and straight, and one, two, maybe this needle's fine. Okay. Now we can get this, put it through the eye of the needle, and then pull it through. See, that's one thing I like about these needles. I mean, they're cheap and flimsy, but that's what makes them awesome, because the eye of the needle will like bend. So if you think this is not the useful tool, it definitely is, because the stiffer needles, I mean, they're nice looking, but they're just not as like cool. Okay, and the next thing I did, I took to tighten it, I took some of these mighty crimpers, and this is the one with the bigger like hole, and I just put that right in there, and I pushed it up against, like this is I'm pushing this way, and while I'm pulling this here to really tighten and get it like close. And one nice thing about this color thread is when you melt it, it doesn't turn black. So that is a bonus. Okay, so I'm going to melt this side. Just tap it down. And see, it gives it you have this nice, like a real pretty knot, instead of like having just like a dangling melt spot. So I am going to put this back on, and then I'm going to braid. And this is the part that comes in. This is important, because from the middle to wherever you stop, it has to be like 5 inches. So let me measure this, like right there, and right in the middle. And oh my goodness, is that right? No. This is 2, 3. No, it's got to be 2.5. I'm sorry, because is that right? No, 5 inches. Yeah. So I have to braid that much. So I'm going, let's see, 5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here, and let's see. Since I need to braid about 3 inches. Okay, so I'm going to clip this in here, and then I'm going to braid until I get to about 3 inches. And I'll do it really fast. So while I do this, I am going to read the... Oh yeah, guys, don't forget about your Brilliant Cash. If remember, it's February. If it's your birth month, you get, I think, $30 Brilliant Cash. Oh, what do you guys, blah, blah, blah. Ooh. Uh-oh. Do I see wine? Huh. I'm going to try to scroll so I can see. I'm just going to keep braiding. And for those of you that don't braid, it's like braiding hair, and you just go in. And if you see my fingers, I'm always like gripping it. Blue, boom, 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 grip. That really helps keep the braid like really nice and like, see that real, whoa, is this not focusing? Like nice and like just perfect. I mean, I remember like, let's see if this is what this is at right now. From the middle, nope, still got a few more inches to go. I remember when I was a kid, my mom had a friend from I don't know, I think she was from Honduras or something like that. She had the most beautiful silver bead braided necklace. And I just fell in love with it, and I thought, I knew back then there was like absolutely no way on earth I would like ever be able to figure something like that out. I mean, back then, I mean, when you're a kid, you just think it's pretty. Okay, so right here is where I am going to like stop. I'm going to put an overhand knot and let's do this. Let's see, it's 10:45. Okay, let's see how fast I could do this side. Let's do it. Oh, in case I don't get to it, one thing that you want to do that's really important, because normally I don't put a slide knots like a waxed on waxed, but if you know a few tips and tricks, then you can, and it will work. Number one, rub off as much of the wax as you can. I mean, like, get like vigorous and just get your nails in there, like anything that you can do to get some of that wax off. And then the other thing that helps is you could take one of your pegs and squish it down. Like, I mean, you could just like, you could roll it. I mean, sometimes what I do, because I feel kind of weird, like putting all that friction on there. So I'll put like either like wax paper or like a plastic bag on it. And then I'll just squish it down, just like that. Squish, squish, squish. Okay. Yes, this is the 0.9. This is the one that's on today's show. This is the, let me look at my cheat sheet. It says, yes, black and natural. Yes, this is the, so there you got it nice and squished down. And let me see, I'll do as much of this other side as I can. Let's get these two on. All right, let's get them lined up. I think on this other one, just for the sake of time, I'm not going to do the double macrame because I don't want to run out of time. So I'm going to string this one on. And 1, 2. Oh yeah, while I'm doing this, I know a lot of you responded to just having like everything on YouTube. And I'm going to send out an email to like get a survey, because, I know a lot of people, they have trouble like remembering their passwords. And, I just wanted to, make the content exclusive, to you guys. But, if it's just like easier just to just get it on YouTube, because, everyone's on YouTube, you're already there, you can make your playlist. Yeah, I mean, on my videos, you can slow them down and speed them up too. But I mean, the convenience, honestly, that I didn't even think about it, is like watching it on the big screen. That's really, oh my gosh. I mean, you can do that with mine, but it's easier because there's a YouTube app. Yeah, just saying. But if after I do the survey, I will I'll get right on it. If the consensus is do it, then yes, I will do it. Okay, so I'm just going to come in here and just do this real fast. And then, I mean, another thing you can do is, I mean, you can make more space in between the beads. But I mean, I think the main point of this lesson was just like to show you how to transition. Let me just do this side real quick. And let me see, on which one was it? Oh, I did the same thing on this one here, but I used a thinner thread. So, but the thread that I used was so thin. I mean, it was like crazy. I ran into like trouble because I wasn't used to braiding with such thin thread. You can make the YouTube channel from the lessons. What? You can make the YouTube channel. Yeah, the thing, I think if they're private though, um, then people can't see them. I don't know. Or something like that. Because I tried to make like, I had a lesson that was like set on private because I was trying to see what the settings were like, and I couldn't even see it. That's how private it was. I know they have things like, oh my God, 10 minutes. Woo. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see how fast I can do this. Okay, just saying, if in case you don't want to make a moose knot, you could always just come in here and like melt this off. And then, I mean, these are just options. I'm just throwing every possible option out there. Let's make that one nice and, ooh. Okay. Oh, okay. So now I'm going to braid really fast. Okay, I'm going to read these comments. Oh, this is great. Being able to read the, oh yeah, right. I made that little, it's a kyanite. Isn't that pretty? It's so glowy. But, I mean, they're beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. But what I did was on the back, I put like gold foil to before I set the stone to give it more of a glow. I see the Kaya on many other YouTube tutorials. What? I see. Oh, well, you know what? We should do that. I invited the watchers. Oh my goodness. Well, they're missing out. Thanks, Pat. I appreciate it. Whoa. Let's keep going. Let me just, okay. I think I have time to just keep going here. And one thing that I probably should have done is like actually de-waxed it before I started, but I didn't, so my bad. It just makes it easier. And in case you guys missed it, what I do is I just do a bunch of it at a time. Like I'll sandwich this between like in the black cord, and then I'll step on it for maximum pressure and just like with my hands just back and forth, lots of it, and then I grab more, and then I'll just re-spool it just to have it ready to go. Because there are times when you want a lot of wax, sometimes you don't want a lot of wax, so it's just going to like depend. Okay, so let me finish this, blah, blah, boom, boom. Okay, so I'm gonna make an overhand knot here, and okay, so now we're going to roll it. Wish. And I mean, sometimes, you know, I mean, the beads will fit through, I mean, your thread will fit through all the thread will fit through the holes of your beads, but for some reason, these were just a little bit smaller than what I was anticipating. So we're gonna polish it up. Okay, so now it's nice and smooth. And then we're going to crisscross the ends over. In 10, I mean, especially when you're doing like a macrame slide up bracelet. I mean, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are like a billion like tweaks that you can make. Like what I made a bracelet. Oh yeah, this bracelet, I made it yesterday, and I made the macrame slide knot like extra, like longer than what I normally would make it, only because, let me get my microphone back on. It keeps jumping off. What is going on? Hang on, guys. This thing is just like not cooperating. Okay, right on there. Stay. So when I put this one on, there were like spaces right here and right here, so I just made the macrame slide knot longer, so that way it like See how it just covers the entire, oh, is this not focused? Yeah, right there, the entire bracelet. So I like it. I think I really like that. This one came out really cool. Okay, so oh, what am I doing here? I need to explain something. Okay, so when you crisscross them, you want to make sure that they're super straight and then on like stacked on top of each other. So you want this one to be really straight and then like come over and then have this one like stacked right on there. Turn it. And then this one here. See that? So perfect. And then when you take your whatever color you want to do the macrame slide knot, you definitely want to, let's see, 5 minutes. Oh, I think I have. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and really like do this like a lot. Let's see. She's gotten so much better as a presenter. Hopefully more folks will watch that episode. Huh. I hope she does, Pat. She's so creative. And are you guys, is that me or somebody else? She's creative and talented. You got the word like beautiful and generous and funny. Okay. Okay. So now we're going to put the macrame slide knot. All right. And then I don't think I'll have time to put like the little accent beads. Oh, thank you, Susanna. Oh, I was getting jealous. Like who's getting all these compliments? Everyone's like, well, yeah, you too. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, no, you too. I'm kidding. I am totally kidding. Oh. Yeah, I love Katie. She's so talented and patient and creative. Yes. Okay. Rhonda. I'm just kidding. Okay, so you just do this a bit. Beautiful, regular macrame slide knot, and then you come in and melt these off like this. With this cord, I mean this thicker cord, honestly, guys, you can like save the battery power on your thread zapper and just use a lighter. Just cut that. Because, you know, nothing's worse than you're making something and then boom, you know, the battery just like loses power. Let's see. Okay. The next thing you want to do, because a lot of times people are like, oh, Sandra, I made the bracelet. I can't open it. Just like, no, you're the boss. You open it and close it a few times. And what's happening is the wax or whatever's left over the wax, because hopefully you like took all the wax off. It just, after it's rubbed on each other, it just smooths out beautifully. So I've got 2 minutes left, so I am going to put an accent bead. And you know, I picked the rutilated quartz because they just like fit perfectly. So let's get this one on and that one. Whoops. And see that fit, like, see that knot right there? You always want to make sure it doesn't go over the knot. So you just come over, make an overhand, and you want it to be like really tight. If sometimes if those gaps bother you, that the ones that like suddenly appear over time, this is how to prevent it. You just want to really like crank that knot down. So then you take each individual strand and like hold this thing and just pull, pull, pull. 1 minute. Okay. then trim this, melt, and then do the other side because I think I am out of time. Oh my goodness, it's 11 o'clock. Oh, it's time to say goodbye. I can't believe the hour went by so fast. And I'm wearing Riverstone because, you know, I was on the Riverstone, like on the customer show, and it just like motivated me. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining today's show, and I'll catch you next Thursday. I'm very like curious to see what I come up with for next week's project. And if anything, tips and tricks. I hope you just like got something out of this show. Remember, if it's your birth month, use your Brilliant Cash. And if you have anything in your cart, don't forget to check out. All right, I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.